Wow. We're live. We are live.
There it is.
We are live.
Theme song.
Hey, Johnny Beane.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
What's happening? How's Corona living so far this week for you?
Oh, it's great.
It's
Awesome.
great. Corona
Yeah.
living, just staying home. Do you
Yeah,
go for
just
walks? Like you have nature by you, don't you?
I'm 5 minutes from the beach.
You're 5 minutes from the beach. You can
Yeah.
walk to the beach.
I'm in Santa Cruz area. The beach
But
is
I'm
right
saying,
across the street.
but is
Yeah.
it the boardwalk area or is it some other area?
No, it's like the actual nice beach.
The nice beach.
Yeah. The boardwalk is down the street a ways, and that's craziness, but it's nice.
Nice. I like. Are there any vampires there? John?
Yeah, that's the problem.
The problem they get you.
It's Santa Cruz, but it's San Carlos is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
In the movie,
Is
it's
that why
San
you smell
Carlos.
like garlic? So you don't want to get vampires. So you always smell
Yeah,
garlic.
yeah.
I knew it. What movie was? What's the vampire movie from there? The Lost Boys.
Yep.
Right? Wasn't that filmed in Santa Cruz?
A lot of it. It was filmed
Crazy.
here and then down in L.A. Different things, but a lot of the exterior was done here.
So have you gone out in the public at all? Have you gone like to Target or anything like that? Have you been shopping anywhere?
No. Oh, San Carla. Maybe that's it. Hey, Matt. There you are.
Chops, I left the
He
link
knows.
is in your messenger. So go to your messenger if you want to get on. So
No,
what I was going to
I haven't been
say,
to Target. I haven't gone out. I've basically been sitting right here in this chair for 2 months.
wow.
You know.
Well, dude, I went out the other day in Richmond, right? You know, Richmond, I've told you the streets of Richmond. That's why I said the streets. I'm
Yeah,
talking about the streets, son.
I know Richmond. Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to Target and I had my headphones on, my earplug, ear, whatever the fuck you call those. And
Hmm.
I was walking by, I seen this older black dude, right? He looked crazy, like something out of the '80s, like a curl, like he was like he must have been on something, but he was just sitting there and he gave me this weirdest look, right? And I walked right next to him and a little Mexican lady with their babies, and and I had this weird, like he looked at me and looked at her, and I just kind of whatever, listening to music all loud, and I'm checking it out, and this motherfucker, this big Mexican dude comes by and pushes me out of the way. I'm like, what the fuck, right? And I take my earbuds on, and the lady's all, that guy just slapped the shit out of me, right? The dude walked up to this lady and just went smack, slapped her in front of her babies, like
Oh,
random, like no, didn't even talk to her.
yeah.
And this fucking the Mexican dude, I was next to the lady. I was like, I didn't see it because I had my headphones, I didn't hear it. And the Mexican dude went out there and tackled dude, and the babies are all crying. It was a scene, dude. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I'm right there going, that dude could have slapped me. He might have thought, like, okay, hit the dude or hit the lady. The lady might be a little bit better. But whatever the case, people are crazy right now. It's crazy. Have you noticed how crazy shit? Like, be careful, people. If you're out there in the fucking, in public, I'm sure anywhere around the world, but people are acting crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So take care of yourselves, man, because you know I'm, you know, I'm not a little dude, but that dude was ready to. He was looking to start some shit. There's been a lot of shit happening around these parts, these streets, these Richmond streets. Santa Cruz,
Hmm.
I'm sure it's just patchouli oil is just like that. That's just the only thing. Patchouli oil gets really strong, right?
Oh, yeah. That's how it always is. But um, people are. Yeah, it's pretty normal around here. You just see less of people. I mean, there's less people on the street, and everything's closed up. But it's
Not here,
not.
dude.
It's not
Not
crazy.
here.
It's not.
Shit seems
Yeah.
like there's more motherfuckers out there now than they are when they were, like before. Like there's way more people out there, and
Hmm.
it's kind of crazy. I had to share that story because it totally freaked me out. There's been lots of incidents going on around these parts, and not only in the Bay Area in general, right? There's just been random people get beat up for nothing. So be careful. Let's talk to the people. Jens, my favorite Jens Johns. He's up on here.
Yeah, Jens.
Thank
Jens.
you for yeah, dude. He's the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you for your donation this week. We appreciate it. We'll use it for more music. We have more music coming, by the way.
Awesome.
This Friday, we have a song called "Into the Deep." That's the premiere. There's gonna be a video. There's gonna be the song. You can just get it on Spotify and all that shit, all that kind of stuff, worldwide, right? And yeah, this Friday comes out. So please check it out. It's called "Into the Deep." It's a very cool song. Actually, me and Arion Salazar, who was here last week, he might show up today. You never know with this guy. He might just pop up. Hey, that's the thing. A lot of our friends are just pop-up guests. So you'll see random friends. Or you might not see any friends. We might not have anybody come up. We don't know what the fuck's going to happen. That's the whole beauty about this thing. But our buddy Arion Salazar, who used to play in a band called Third Eye Blind, he wrote this song with us. He had a riff, and we put it at my place, and it turned into a Flipside song. And what's funny about this Flipside song is I sent it. I went to my friend has a studio in El Cerrito. His name is Luigi, and they're called Legacy Mafia. It's a hip hop, straight Richmond Streets hip hop studios, right? They're not fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
So I played him the whole record, and he loved all this. So he was like, "I love it, I love it, I love it." And he goes, "But this song here is what the streets are feeling. You can walk up these streets of Richmond will be, slapping?" Is what they said. So yeah, that song is because of Luigi for me, because it slaps, and it's Richmond streets are calling for it. So It's called "Into the Deep." It's a very fun song. But yeah,
Cool.
Arion Salazar, our brother, he helped write it, and with Rachel, Piper, and Steve and I, and it's coming out this Friday. "Into the Deep," biatches. All right, who else is Poland? Poland's here. Monica, Poland. Yo, Narendra. What's up, Narendra? Riha. Hi, Riha. How do you say this? Did I say it correctly? Riha. Oh, wait a minute. I can show. Look, see? Hi, Riha.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Me and Johnny.
Hey.
And then, of course, this is cool. I like this feature. What's up, guys? Narendra. He's hella cool. We love Narendra. And then Poland. Poland is in the house. Monica. Hi, Monica.
Wow,
Appreciate
Poland.
you being here.
What time is it in Poland right now?
Yeah, what time is it in Poland?
It's 10 in the morning here in San Carla.
Oh, Richard Hake. Traffic has been bad. Stephen, it wasn't our Stephen he was talking about. He was talking about the singer for Third Eye Blind. His name is Stephen.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a douchey guy. We're not going to get into that. You can if you want to, but we're not going to. Yeah, so Johnny, anything cool? What's that guitar behind you?
Oh man, that is. Let me grab that. It's a Seville.
Ah.
I think it's a 1979 or 1980 Japanese guitar.
Oh, is that Matsumoto, whatever factory that they make? What's it called? Matsumoto, right?
Probably.
You don't know about the factories.
I'm not sure.
Damn it, Johnny Beane.
What
kind of guitar show is this?
It's called a Seville.
Seville. Tremendous.
Yeah.
So there's a factory. It's probably where they made it. It's at the Matsumoto factory, where I think I'm saying it right. That's where all the fresh Japanese-made guitars are made. It's probably made there because that's where. If you have it, if it's made there, then you're money. A lot of the Arion Pro 2s, you know what I mean, those kind of guitars.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's great. It's out of tune.
Where'd you get it?
I got it Subway. 1998 when I was back in town after I was living in Miami. I was back here in
That's
town
right.
visiting.
When you were hanging out with Desmond Child.
Yeah.
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 That's such a great story.
I was back here visiting, went by Subway, saw this, and I'm like, I really like that, you know? And so got this. And this was it was like a backup guitar for live. You know, my main guitar at the time was the Ernie Ball, the Music Man Ernie Ball Van Halen.
I love that's so what's the difference between that first Ernie Ball and the PV and all the new shit? Is there tons of differences?
Um the necks. The necks all feel different. The pickups get hotter the further along you go. The Ernie Ball, you know, pickups aren't super hot. The PVs are hotter. The EVHs are super hot. You know.
I kind of like the non-hot pickups sometimes.
You know, the EVH. Got this from NAM a couple years ago. It's a little cozy, but yeah, there's the EVH logo.
You stole that from fucking Mike Tempesta?
They give you a
No,
tote bag
No, they don't, Johnny.
with a T-shirt and stuff.
You stole that shit. I remember that. So I like that first EVA, the first Ernie Ball. I love Ernie Ball guitars. I think they're amazing. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the first, second, or third generation of those Van Halen guitars?
I like them all for different reasons because they're all great. But definitely the Ernie Ball I've played the most. I mean, I've had that guitar since '92, and I'll show it. I'll grab it in a second. It's
yeah. So is that your favorite one? Your favorite guitar? If you have to pick one guitar.
I don't know. I really like the newer ones. I really like the EVHs. The PVs are nice. Those are nice, but like I said, they're different. The necks are all a little different, and
yeah.
But they're all great, and they all do the same type of stuff, which is, you know, rock. You can rock out with them.
Hey, Ram. Hi from India. Hey, Ram.
Hey, Ram.
What's happening? From India. Much love to you, brother.
Hey, Richard.
I'm back on my iPhone. There he is. Jens.
Wow.
So what do I have to show today? This is my Martin. This little. It's not the most expensive Martin. It definitely isn't. It's a Rosewood Dreadnought. It's made in the USA. It's like a $600 guitar. I bought this when we did the first tours, and I've kept it. And it's the original one I used. I took this guitar everywhere. And the reason why it's cheaper is because we weren't going to try to spend thousands of dollars on guitars that go on tour to get broken. And this one of them actually did get broken on tour. We had 3 of them, and one of them broke completely. The shit was all fucked up. The neck, like you couldn't even do anything to it anymore. So, anyways, this one survived. And it's not, like I said, you could buy them pretty cheap, but it's just the fact that it's been around forever. And I've used it a lot for recordings. It's a DR Rosewood. So that's one guitar I'm sharing today. This is my old Martin, my go-to guitar. And then let me see what else we got here. About some more guitar. This is fun. This is like being in school, bringing your toys to share with. You know what I mean?
I used to take my guitar to school.
Did you? So did I. Actually did the same thing.
That's how I got out of class. I'd get out of classes by taking my guitar because classes would want me to play for them. So I'd get out of one class to go and play for another class.
I didn't do that. They're like, why don't you play something? I was too shy and scared to play. So I did. This is a what is this? It's a fucking Dynalectro. Let me get the information.
Yeah.
This is from 1969. It's a convertible vintage acoustic electric guitar.
Awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I remember those. man. We're all about the hollow body guitars, man. You know?
Yeah, dude. I love these kind of guitars. Hollow bodies are fresh. Does that feed back at all when you turn it up with distortion?
It can. It can. Not really though. I've changed the pickups a lot over the years, and currently it has the Seymour Duncan Fat Cats, the P90s,
Oh,
which are really cool. I've had humbuckers in there. I've had all different ones.
that's so cool. Yeah, this same Japanese. Let me see what the other one. What else I have here? This is one more guitar show off. Show off. Me and Johnny Beane hanging out on the scene. Look at this thing. This is a Prestige. Look at that fucking whammy bar.
Oh wow.
This is Japanese too.
Mm-hmm.
What are those called? The gold foil pickups?
Yeah. Yeah, the foil something.
Those are great, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of different ones. There's Rickenbackers have what they call like the toaster. I think the toaster pickups, and then a lot of the old Japanese guitars have like the foil. And actually, there's companies that make a lot of that stuff now.
Yeah.
Like there's a company called Guitar Fetish, if you've ever dealt with them, and they do a lot of pickups and parts and stuff. But you can get a lot of really cool pickups for really cheap.
Awesome. Hey, look, we have a special guest on the show today. Oh, by the way, let me answer this question. Scott Andrew, the Telecaster I took on tour with me was a GNL ASAT special. Now talking about the song Into the Deep, our good friend, now he's gone. Fuck, he was just done. I was just about to introduce him, the legend of all legends, and he's gone now.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Anyways, as I was saying, there he is. Okay. You ready? Let's get him in. All right, everybody. Arion Salazar. Hey.
Hey, man.
What's up, yo? Dave, are you there?
I'm here. What's up, brother?
I can't hear Dave.
Oh no.
Oh, you got to sign in and
I'll
sign
come
out.
back and try it again, right?
Yeah. It's part of the show.
It's a running joke.
Yeah, come in and out. In and out. The old in and out. So this Dan Electro.
Yeah. There he is. Yeah, those guitars, they have a really unique sound. Those, like I can totally hear that even through the headphones.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
What is
Arion
it?
Salazar in the house.
What's up?
Hey, Arion.
Hey,
See you guys.
this is showing Johnny this 1969 Dan Electro convertible vintage acoustic electric.
Wow. Is that all like stock? Is that all stock
Yeah.
stuff in there?
Yep.
And what when I first came on, you were holding up, Johnny, you were holding up a guitar and you were talking about pickups. What was that? The pickups that you were talking about?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was talking about his pickup. Well, these are the Seymour Duncan Fat Cats, the P90s.
Okay.
P90s. He was holding up another guitar that has these like foil. They call them foil
Lipstick?
pickups.
A foil.
They're not the lipstick ones. Yeah, if you look at them real close, you see like. Here, let's do this. They have like a
Little
foil under there.
grill on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And I was saying there's a company out there called Guitar Fetish, and they sell replacement pickups and like bridges and stuff. And you can get like those style pickups for like $30, like brand new.
No shit.
Yeah.
These are great sounding pickups.
Yeah.
These gold, when you plug them in, they have that. There's something about them that just sounds so cool, man. And they're very high, like all the vintage ones.
Mhm.
I've heard that that's what people buy. They buy these kind of guitars to get those pickups, the original ones.
Yeah.
I don't know about the reissues, how much they sound like it, but you know how collectors are. We got to have the original '60s or whatever pickups.
Yeah, the stuff that feeds back like crazy, because that's what you want.
Yes, that's what we want.
Of course.
That's
The more
that's-
buzzing, the
Well,
more
pickups-
crackling, the better.
What kind of pickup would that replace? Like, what style of pickup is that? Like, what if you wanted that to put a foil pickup in another guitar you had? Like, what kind of guitar could you put it in?
That size, like
Yeah, I mean,
like the shape of it, because it's not a normal shape. It's not a normal. It's not like a humbucker or a single coil size. It's like a real like those Japanese guitars. They have like really like offset like rectangular.
So
style pickups.
they're specific to that kind of genre of like 60s, 70s Japanese guitar.
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah. To those pick guards, a lot of those pick guards.
Okay.
Are what hold those, and that's what we would do over at Subway Guitars in Berkeley, California. Is we would a lot of times I'd be out outside with a chisel or a filing away to fit a regular humbucker in those things.
Wow.
That's what we would be doing, because Fat Dog, he'd be keeping the good stuff. He'd be keeping those pickups, and we'd be replacing them with like humbuckers.
That must have been so cool working for Fat Dog, man.
Don't be telling secrets now, Johnny.
Oh, everybody knows that. But
that must have been cool working for Fat Dog. Except I heard Fat Dog used to fart on you all the time. Like your mom had to go defend you. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's not even a joke, Orion. I'm not even trying to be funny.
That's not jokes. That's real. Yeah.
Like his mom had to go, look, Fat Dog, you need to stop farting on Johnny Beane. Because that's when I went there and we brought up Johnny Beane. He goes, oh, Johnny Beane. I used to torture John. That's all he would be so happy telling us the story. I'd be like, damn, Fat Dog. Imagine his farts must have been just crazy too.
Yeah, because he's always eating pizza and cheesesteaks all the
Ugh.
time. So it was awful.
So good.
He must have an incredible stash of just a secret, like at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark when they're wheeling the Ark into the giant warehouse.
That was filmed at Subway. The end of that movie was filmed at Subway, actually.
That's what I thought. All right, well, there you go.
Wow, Johnny, your knowledge is crazy. I know that I was there and George Cole was there, my old guitar teacher.
Yeah, I know George.
Yeah, George. George taught like the Green Day guys and Larry Lalonde, but he's like a superstar guitar teacher. But anyways, we were there and he goes, "Oh, see all those guitars hanging behind me in cases? That's the real good stuff. Because that's where all the Gretsch all the '50s Gretsch hollow bodies. He's got everything, that dude." Like I heard does he have those stashes like the old 59 Les Pauls? Does he have a bunch of those?
I don't know. I don't know about that, but I do know I do remember at Subway there was the section, it's like everybody would be coming in, they'd be looking at this like, oh, what's that? Oh, that's not for sale. What's that one back there? Oh, don't even look at that one.
That's totally like the comic book guy from The Simpsons or something. That is not for sale.
That's hella funny. That's how you feel sometimes at guitar shops, or some dude. I used to go to a place what's that, Blue Note Music? Did you ever go to Blue Note, Orion? On college,
actually,
on Telegraph?
I don't think I actually got inside it. We went in there many times and they were closed, you and I.
Yeah. So what's crazy is the dude who owned it, he was super jazz guy, right? So he'd always look down on anyone that didn't know jazz, right? So he'd always make you feel like I'm so much better than you guys. You guys don't even know about no jazz. And he'd always just make you feel like that comic book guy, like that's not for sale. Oh, like I know more about guitars than you. And you always feel so little because he was a little older than us, and you're young and you feel like, wow.
They got the power.
Yeah, dude, the jazz powers, man. That's too much. Too many chords.
Jazz rules, rock drools is what they. I heard that. I had a friend who went to Berkeley in like the late '80s, and they were like, "Yeah, man, jazz rules, rock rules."
Yeah, I hate that feeling. Yeah, I hate that feeling, man. Sucks. All right, so I was just talking about our new single coming out this Friday, "Into the Deep." So everyone tune in this Friday. Ryan wrote, we all wrote this jam together. It's called "Into the Deep." and it's Friday, and we got a video coming out with it and all kinds of stuff. So it's gonna be
Nice.
tremendous. So
Awesome.
everyone, give love to Orion Salazar. If you like the song, give me props. If you don't like the song, then you could talk shit to Brian. Just
There you
kidding.
go. I'll take the blame.
You know what? I told everybody about Luigi, my buddy from Richmond. He's like he's like, you got to put that out for the Richmond streets. So that's why we're putting it out. It's for the Richmond streets. The streets of Richmond
Nice.
are calling for that song because it slaps. So
Cool, man.
Ryan, what kind of guitar are you sharing with us today? Do you have a guitar you'd like to share?
I actually did not. You know what? I will though. But first, before I forget, Johnny, did you know David Wenger? By any chance, a bass player, blonde guy, older, like a little older than us. He taught at. He's the guy who gave me my first real bass lessons at Subway Guitars. He pretty much sold me my first bass.
Mhm.
He's from before your time, but I was just wondering if he still like was in the Subway family at all. It sounds like not. Dave
No,
Wenger.
no,
All
there was no the only bass. The only when I was at Subway Guitars, that is, people always get confused. They're always like, "Oh, you made sandwiches?" No,
I know. I've had that.
Subway Guitars.
Subway
Way
Guitars.
cooler than Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, yeah,
I like Subway sandwiches.
yeah. I like Subway sandwiches too, but they don't have
All right,
guitars
Subway's
there.
all right.
You know.
It's another level. It's another level. Subway Guitars.
Yeah, yeah. But
All right.
But when I was at Subway, the only teachers that were there, really, like the entire time I was there, was this guy named Kerry Yates, and he taught acoustic guitar. He taught electric. He taught bass, and then there was another guy named Brian something that taught like mandolin, and I think he taught acoustic as well. And then there was the shredder. There was Alex Skolnick, who taught all
that's right.
all the shredding. He was there. He'd be back there.
Alex taught at Subway when? Like in the 2000s?
93.
90. He was there from like 93 to he left when I left the first time in 98. We both moved. He moved to New York. I moved to Miami. And then when I came back, I was there for a little bit again back in 2000, 2001, 2002.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, Orion, but Johnny used to work with Desmond Child. He moved to Miami, and he did work with Desmond Child. And he was hanging out with Ricky Martin and Draco Rosa, all those dudes. He was part of that Miami.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was
Really?
rocking in the free world. Yeah.
Yeah.
How cool was that? So like what happened with that? How did that how did that even happen? I mean, how did you hook up with those people?
I was going to school in Oakland. I was going to like a computer school. Kind of when I first started learning, about computers and all this stuff.
What school?
Oh, I don't even remember.
It wasn't like a community college. It was like a computer specific.
It was like a computer specific school. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You'd be upstairs in this building. You'd be on a computer just learning, This was 97. So that was way early. That's the first time I was ever on the internet. And I didn't even have an email address or anything, but I put an ad out on it. There wasn't even Craigslist. It was some sort of musician's website. I put an ad out just saying, "Hey, looking for a band. I play guitar." I get a call one morning from a guy in Miami, Florida, and I'm in El Cerrito, California at the time. And he calls me up and he's like, "Hey, you don't know me, but my name is so and so, and I'm in this band, and we're working with this guy named Desmond Child." And I knew the guy's name, Desmond Child, from the back of the Bon Jovi records and Aerosmith records and everything.
I was made for loving you. Come on.
Yeah. Kiss.
Yeah, who is Desmond Child? Real quick, let's just because I know the name too, but I don't actually know all the shit. I just know it's a heavy name. It's a heavy hitter.
Johnny.
He's a very, very, very popular songwriter.
Right. Okay.
And
Songwriter.
and producer, but mainly songwriter. All those Kiss songs that all those Aerosmith songs.
Don't be saying all those Kiss songs.
Okay.
I was made for loving you, and
I was made for loving you,
Good one.
starting since then. And you can't
Well-
name all the Kiss songs.
What and
Don't give them all credit.
The stuff
Pick
the
it up.
stuff that's like hits, the stuff that's like 80s hits, the later Kiss stuff. Aerosmith, Dude Looks Like a Lady.
Shit.
You know, and then when I was there, Ricky Martin's Livin' La Vida Loca was being made when I was there. So I was around for that. But anyway, real popular
Yeah.
songwriter.
Yeah, okay.
Dude,
So
real
cool.
what's that
popular.
one song? Belinda Carl, what's that one song? Heaven on Earth.
On Earth?
Yeah, he wrote
I don't know.
Earth will be. Yeah, he wrote that one too.
I'm not sure.
There'll
I
be
don't know.
heaven on place
On Earth.
on earth.
You look
It's the
them up.
same song.
Place on Earth.
It's
it's
the
the
same,
same
as Give Love a Bad Name, right? Yeah.
Living in a
And
prayer.
Bon Jovi.
Come
All right.
on,
And
son.
Living on a Prayer.
Living on-
Okay. Anyway, Desmond wrote both
And
those
he wrote
songs.
Living on a Prayer too?
Yeah.
Oh man, holy fuck.
Living on a Prayer. Yeah. Those two names
Yeah.
he says in the beginning of the song, those are people that he knew, I guess. You know? So and so and so and
Okay,
so
so you-
worked on the dock. Yeah. Like he Yeah. All the Bon Jovi songs that he wrote, they were his experiences, not Bon Jovi's. They were his.
Wow.
So-
Okay,
Johnny,
so you answered a call, you go to Florida.
I answered a
and you-
call. Well, at first I didn't believe it was him. Right? It's like, who is this? You know? And they kept calling me. They kept calling me, "Hey, send us a tape. Hey," you know? And I'm like, who is this? So finally they sent me a plane ticket. And so I took a chance and flew across the country. And it wasn't until I walked into the guy's house and saw all those records on the wall, I knew it was legit.
Had they heard your playing?
That's so
I mean,
crazy.
Yeah.
had they heard you play? Okay.
Yeah,
they
'cause
had sent them tapes.
I sent them a tape. Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
And,
dude, that's awesome. That's fucking amazing. Kudos.
Thank
Nice
you.
story.
Isn't that crazy?
Thanks. The only
Yeah.
thing is, I can't prove any of it. That's the only thing, because there was no internet. I didn't have internet. I didn't have a cell phone. I never took any pictures, and we couldn't do any video because we were signed to his company, which was going to be on Universal Records at the time, which was the biggest thing in the world back then. So there's no proof that I was there. Actually, we did photo shoots. So there are pictures of me and the band, and then there is pictures of me and Desmond later because we've met up, since, like gone to dinner and stuff like that. But there's no video. Actually, there is music. I do have the demos that we did, but a lot of it is just stories. That
I believe you, Johnny. I believe you.
Well, you were around.
Dude,
I mean, you knew me
know.
then, so.
I know, because before you left, I was like, dude, you gotta go. Yeah, man. We were all talking about it when it was happening. So, hey, so
what did you actually? Sorry, I'll drop it after. What did you actually do with them? So you demoed some tunes that he had written, or like what was the purpose of it?
I was joining a band that he was co-songwriting with, that he was managing, and I was replacing. This is what's funny. The original guitar player quit, and then the guitar player that stepped in that I was replacing was a guy named Eric Bazillion, who was in a band called the Hooters. Remember
Eric
that?
Bazillion was in the Hooters. Yeah.
Remember
I
the
remember the
Hooters?
Hooters.
Remember and they danced and we danced. That was like their big song. Yeah. Yeah. I was replacing him. Oh, he actually wrote that song, What If God Was One of Us, for Joan Osborne. He wrote that. So I was replacing him.
Bazillion or Desmond Child?
Eric Bazillion. He wrote
Bazillion.
that. Yeah. So I'd be in the studio with him showing me stuff. He'd be like, Johnny, here's how you do this. Here's how you do that. Because he was a little older than us. I was more the age of the band. They were looking for somebody that was the age of the band at the time, which was 20, 22,
You had the look too, man. You had the hair was all fucking.
I had the hair.
Oh, you're beautiful. You're still beautiful, but it's a different beautiful.
Thank you.
Hey,
Well, you had like long hair and shit. All right, go ahead.
dude, Johnny was tremendous. So I want to invite another special guest. Special guest, Matt Caramella is joining us.
Shots.
Matt,
What's up,
AKA
guys?
Chops.
What's
dude.
up? What's
I haven't-
happening,
Hey,
Ryan?
man.
Long time no see, brother.
Dude, good to see you, man.
Dang, it's been forever.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Heat Miser quarantine hair today.
Nice.
I have not had a haircut since the beginning of March, and it's a freaking horror show, man. I mean, look at this shit. This is more hair than I've had since I was in my 20s, but it's very sparse on top now, sadly. But you know,
Pretty tight.
I,
It looks pretty good, man. I mean, it must feel nice for your woman to run her fingers through your hair. Right?
well, you know, at least it's not permed. You know, could be much worse.
Oh, so here we go. Here we go. Hey, so
I was thinking about wearing my Laker hat, but it looks like, is that a Dodgers hat you got on, Ryan?
Dodgers hat, man. I'm wearing a Dodgers hat because I got my
You
own.
got to rep SoCal now, so that's all good. I ain't mad.
Okay, cool. Because I don't care that much. It's a hat. I'm gonna put it on.
Exactly. This guy, dude. I saw your Who shirt last week, and I was like, man, I fucking love that guy. I mean, you know, these. I mean, I don't
love
know.
you too.
These two other dudes, they don't really get, like, you and I. We saw the Who. You know, we were there, Day on the Green, the Clash, the whole bit. We're fans of all. I mean, you obviously being a historian of the band. I mean,
Yeah.
I,
We're not
I
as
have
old
that
as you
same kind of
guys.
love. So, but I saw that shirt. And I was like, damn, I wish I was talking to Orion right now. I miss that guy.
Aw. Now here we are, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, they let me out of jail for a few minutes here.
Show and tell right now. A little quick show and tell. Ryan, tell us.
Okay,
show us what you have.
This
start
is a
with
guitar.
Orion.
This is a guitar that I got. I think I got it like maybe 2000, probably 2001 in Los Angeles at Black Market Music. Remember Black Market Music? They had one in San Francisco. Does anybody remember that store?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah.
Then they had one in LA for a while. I think it's closed. I think they're both closed.
Yeah.
It was really cool, like used and vintage gear place. So this guitar is Japanese. I'm not sure what the company
Love it.
is, but it's maybe you know, Dave. It's the same company
Did
that
you
made
make
all
it
the other
big?
ones. Yeah, and so
There you
here's what it is.
Oh,
Look
I
at this.
just sold one of those. I know
Look
exactly
at-
what that is. I just sold
see.
one, dude. Yeah.
Did
This
you?
one's called, it's called, oh, yeah. That's so funny, dude.
That's
And you know
pretty
what? You know what? This fucking guitar plays so sick. I mean, I need to set it up. You can see it's got the nut has got a little piece of Kleenex in there. But it actually sounds really good. And all these things, when I first got it, they worked incredibly well. They need to be so clean now. I
Mhm.
lent it to Damien Gallegos, and he's all, yeah, dude, it doesn't work too well. I took it all apart and blah. So I hope to God he didn't fuck it up. But because it worked before. So if you can
Did he
see,
put the
like,
Britney Spears stickers on it too?
No, I did that. I fucking did
That's
that.
fresh.
So
if you
that's
could
called a
see-
K. It's a K effector. It's made by
Yes.
K. And it's called an
So you can
effector.
see it's got in and out of phase, and then you can put the effects on or off. It's got echo and tremolo, which is echo you would think is a delay, but it's actually not. It's just kind of it's a faux tremolo thing, right, Dave? Did you fuck with the one that
Yep.
you had?
I
Pardon my
did.
language.
I did. You can
So
fuck
anyway,
all you want.
It's got all this stuff, and they actually sound pretty amazing. And the effects, you can adjust the speed of them, and they go up really fast. The fuzz is pretty cool fuzz sound. You've got two things here so that you can. This headphone thing is like, I guess, an out that you could put to. You could probably put a direct, like record this direct and mic and amp. So it's a stereo output thing. And
Mhm.
dude, I don't know how like quality these pickups are, but it sounds pretty good, and the neck just plays as better than any guitar I have actually. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's a trip because mine, the one I just sold, was horrible. It played horrible. The effects, it just wasn't a very good guitar. Like we were talking about 1 in 100 guitars are like you get lucky, get one that's amazing. You don't know why.
Right.
It's just, and that's probably what that is. Like I said, like the one I had, I was like, fuck, this is not that fresh. But this,
Yeah, I love this thing.
Yeah.
I just dug it out, and I found a guy in Long Beach who I think I can trust to take this thing apart and clean it up and maybe get it working right again. There you go.
Nice.
Show and
That's
tell.
good. That's good to have that, man.
Nice.
It's hella cool.
Let's see. Yeah, man. I'm thinking
All right,
I'm going to
now
plug it in. What
Plug
do you
it
got?
in. Let's see what it sounds like.
Well, it'll take
Let's
me a
hear it.
minute. So
Okay.
you
Well,
guys
let's show and tell Matt Caramella's toy. What are you showing and telling about today, Matt?
You could probably already tell by the strap, but this is a replica and very much relict Frankenstein EVH parts guitar, whatever. It was built by a guy by the name of Alan Rivard in Ontario, Canada, a guy that I met on Facebook, just a stranger. He is a sci-fi dude and like has done all kinds of like movie and TV effects, and he happens to be a luthier as well, and was showing off his guitars, and he was selling them locally there in Canada. And I started up kind of like I said, Facebook friendship with this guy, and we started talking, and I was looking at checked out his background and stuff online, and a lot of people had really cool things to say, and of course he wanted quite a bit of money for the relic. And, considering I was, totally going crazy with all the Fender replica stuff that was going on that was way, way overpriced and insane, I decided to just take a chance. And I sent this guy like, hey, I'll pay you half now on PayPal, and I'll pay you the other half when you ship it to me. And within a couple of months, this thing showed up in an actual replica flight case, just like the one that I used to use in 78. Or not 78.
What?
But I got the whole freaking deal. I think I paid a ridiculous amount for it. I mean, it's not worth what I paid for it. I think I paid like $1,900 all said and done with the case.
That's good.
But,
that's good. That shit's $25K for
all the replica, the details and everything are really freaking cool. It's got all the fucked up crap on the back. It's even got the fake serial number plate, which you can't really see too well on the camera. It's got a great pickup in it. It's
Play Eruption.
Whoa.
Play Eruption. Play Eruption.
You're not getting it out of
Fuck yeah!
Sick. Wow, man.
Yay! Yay!
So freaking horrible. Rotten. But thank you.
Sick.
Play When It's Love.
Oh.
Hey,
Wow.
play the tuning song.
The tuning song?
Oh yeah. All right, Ryan. Let Arion play now.
Oh,
Shit.
disappeared.
Yeah. Chops' licks fucking killed Orion. See, Orion was about to play. You just blew him away. It blew him off. You can't even get on anymore. You have to leave. He's gone.
Did he leave?
Yeah, you just shredded him.
What happened? Where did he go?
Orion.
I got a
There he
call.
is.
Oh, there he is.
You know that when you get an incoming call on this thing, you get knocked off. You must
Oh,
have.
see, that's what I was worried about. That's what I was worried about too. That may happen to me very soon. But anyway, I'm glad.
It's okay.
Glad
All right, play eruption.
Dude, that eruption was so cool, man. Good job, man. Hold on, let me see.
Dude, you're far too kind. I'm such a hack right now. It's terrible. Give me a few months.
Hold on.
That's fucking. That's.
I think Chops played it better. Chops played that way better.
I think you played it better, man.
Nah, that's the Eddie Van Sheehan, man. I can't mess with that. That's
all right. Good job, man.
Ryan is a beast.
Yeah. Oh.
Listen to
that sounds good.
Dude, that fuzz is so heavy. It's crazy. Wow.
Turn it up.
That's coming straight from the guitar.
Is he too loud, Johnny? Why can't I hear him?
You can hear him, but you can't.
Yeah. Oh, there's all that feedback.
Yeah,
anyway, I think
it
needs some work, but there you go. That's this pedal I got.
Oh, that was awesome.
What pedal?
Yeah, see what I mean? So look.
Oh, that's why we couldn't hear it. It's just shorting out like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be sprayed out.
So did you have that fuzz? Was that a pedal or is that from the actual guitar? The fuzz part.
This is the fuzz from the guitar.
Yeah, dude, that's like some crazy like Smashing Pumpkins shit. That's
It's all messed up actually. This thing needs to get fixed, but one day it'll be awesome.
Someday,
soon.
Oh God!
Thank you.
That's so cool.
Hi, Vivian.
That's definitely worth getting fixed up for sure. That's sick.
It's pretty tight.
Nice.
I love show and tell. Show and tell is great, isn't it? Great. Mm-hmm. Show and tell.
Wow. Matt.
Yes.
Matt, dude, it's so good to see you, man.
Yeah, likewise, man. Hey, I got another one to show too. I don't know. Some of you guys have probably already seen this. Ugh.
What is that? A Hondo?
This is the Hondo. This is the latest, brand new 2020 Fender Stratocaster, natural ash, which they just recently let everybody know they're no longer going to be making guitars out of ash due to environmental concerns. So as far as the natural finish, this was an exclusive that Sweetwater was selling. You could not get a natural ash in a brand new, Stratocaster to save your life. They just don't make them. They're not that popular, whatever. But anyway, I had one of these that was it was a 79 back when I was like, 12, 13 years old. I sold it a few years later like an idiot when like the whole Ibanez Gem Steve Vai thing came about. But anyway, I saw it a couple months ago. I really wanted to buy it. I started hearing the news about how they were going to stop with the ash stuff. And so a couple weeks ago, I finally bought it. And as of yesterday, they just sold through their remaining stock. So this limited edition natural Strat is no longer like you cannot buy them brand new anymore. They're all going to be, I don't know. I guess they're going to do it on custom shop models and stuff, they say. But as far as regular production shit like this, it's a wrap. So I love the black on black. That was the thing. And it was about trying to find one that had really cool grain. And a lot of them are really plain looking or just kind of stupid looking. And this one I kept looking every few days as they would sell another one and add another one on. And like, man, I really like this one. So I picked it up and I'm really glad I did. It's a dope ass guitar. Freaking sounds great. Really like it. So
I love it.
Nice.
How's that
Nice.
neck feel? What's the deal when you just order a guitar from online without playing it? I mean,
well, I'm glad you asked that question, because I thought it was going to be like horrible, because of course it's not set up right. You could pay them to set it up or plek it or whatever, but it's a couple extra $100 and it's like ridiculous, right? So me not knowing how to tinker with guitars at all, in terms of like intonation and action and all that sort of stuff. I know how to adjust a truss rod a little bit, but even that's kind of sketchy. So anyway, I get the guitar and I open it up and pull it out, and immediately it just out of the box, it plays like fucking bullshit. It was just played shitty. It was high action and just like buzz, and it just sucked. The bridge, everything. I really loved how it looked, because it looked freaking just aesthetically beautiful. And it was nicely built, but the action was just really shitty. So, of course, I dive into YouTube, and I'm starting to look at, hey, how to adjust this, how to adjust that. So, obviously, in our this day and age of coronavirus and all this, I can't drive to Concord right now out of the county to go to a guy who I would usually have my stuff set up by. So I started tinkering with it. And long story short, I've got the neck pretty nice and straight now, the bridge. And everything, I lowered everything a little bit, so the action's much closer to the neck. Now it plays really pretty damn good. It's going to be even better when somebody who knows what they're doing fucks around with it.
Good for you.
But to answer your question, yeah, really shitty out of the box. I was super skeptical, because the only other times that I bought a guitar online without, with sight unseen kind of thing, was I bought my Carvin Jason Becker model a few years ago, and the Frankenstein guitar that I just showed you. Everything else, I'd always played it first and made sure I really liked it before I bought it. So all in all, great choice. But if you're looking for it to just play right out of the box when it shows up, you could forget about it. It's just not going to happen. But they were super cool to deal with. Sweetwater was like hella cool, and they did everything on time, and they followed up, thanks for the order. How's everything going? It was a cool experience.
They text you, right? Did they text you like your number? It shows up out of nowhere. Hey, this is Wayne from Sweetwater.
Right. That. And,
did you get that?
You want some pictures of your guitar that you just bought? Here you go. Here's some high res pics, and before I even got it. So it was cool. It's kind of like adopting a kid from overseas or something.
Their guitars are our kids. Orion,
Yeah.
So you've been tinkering with guitars too. Your bass, right? Haven't you been?
Yeah, but just like you, I went on YouTube, and it seems like there's an awful lot of people getting into hey man, I fix guitars now, because there's so many videos, and there's Stu Mac, this company Stu Mac, that will sell you a DIY pedal making kit, anything you need to basically build a guitar. To build a guitar, they'll send you a little Fender Tweed kit so you can build your own amp, right? Are you hip to this?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Do you know Stu Mac? You know Stu Mac? Okay.
I bought some knobs from Stu Mac last week. They didn't fit.
Oh, Stu Mac.
I'm having a little trouble with their support is all just online right now. You can't call anybody, because obviously everybody's working remote, so it's taking some time. I on my Strat, I had originally had those little black Gibson speed knobs way back in the day on the old ones, so I was trying to replicate that and buy some new ones, but I just bought the wrong size thread, so I got to just exchange a new one. No big deal, but I'm just trying to relive my childhood.
That was my experience is kind of similar, because I just suck at picking out gear, and I get option anxiety, and I don't know which one to do. So the latest one was, I had this crisis where I think I was asking you, Johnny, about it last week, and I was getting a new bridge, a better bridge than the stock Fender bridges that come on their Fender basses. I was getting a kind of more of a badass style.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Right, and they come in brass or aluminum, and I didn't know which one to get, and I called some people and asked them, what do you think, brass or aluminum? Brass. I looked online. So first I didn't even know there was a difference between the two, so I made an order of aluminum. Then I was reading something online, and they're all, only go for brass, it gets more sustained and more punch and low end and blah. So I freaked out, and I emailed them, and I had to try to change my order, but I had already got like I had already ordered the wrong style bridge. So by the time I got around to trying to change my order to get a brass thing, it was my second. Did I tell you this story already last week? It was my.
I don't think you told me the story, but you asked me aluminum or brass, and
it was my
I
second time emailing and calling Hipshot, and I'm pretty sure they were sick of my bullshit at that point. And then I think there was even one more thing that I had a drama with, and finally I made the order. I still don't have it yet, but yeah, I'm trying to piece together. And as far as even just buying the right thing so I can take it to a guy to have him put it on is a big, like, it's just a it's a horror show for me. But I have been trying to at least set up. I've set up a couple bases, just the action, and successfully on semi-successfully. I don't really know how to intonate it. I don't know what a truss rod is or how to get in there. I don't think you want me in there messing with the truss rod. I just but
you got to be careful with the truss rod, man. You
yeah.
That I mean,
what do you have right now? What base is that right there, Brian?
This is the Zon. Can you hear it?
I can hear it. It sounds great.
The phone thing happened. Sorry, guys. Hey, Ryan. So, are you still able to get the Leo Kwan badass bridge? Like, do they still manufacture them, or are they all used?
They do manufacture them. They manufacture like a new version. They do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's still making his thing. You can also buy vintage. People are selling like vintage used ones, but the company Hipshot, they make their own one called Kick-Ass. So that I remember telling you guys about last week.
Yeah.
So Leo Kwan made the badass, and maybe I should have probably asked you, Matt, if you have an opinion about, because I was buying a Hipshot Kick-Ass, which is their version of the badass, and they come in aluminum or chrome. I'm sorry, brass. So I was freaking out. Oh, which one do I buy? Because aluminum is supposed to have more like high end and airy, crystal clear highs, but the brass has got low end and more punch and sustain. So would you have an opinion on that? Brass versus.
I mean, I've heard the same things as well, and I actually heard you asking Johnny about it last week. But I don't really, I've been hearing a lot about like the tone block to put on the Floyd Rose or whatever. When you're,
I guess guitar players don't have
with the brass thing, but and I'm not really too much of a bass player on my own, so I don't. I would think that the brass, I mean, just from what I've heard, would be a good thing tone wise. I don't know.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
That's what I got. So we'll see.
Johnny Beane, didn't you work at Subway? Don't you know?
Yeah.
What's your?
I told him last week. I said brass. I'm like, you want to go brass?
Say brass.
That's what everybody did back in the 70s when they were starting to make all those replacement parts. It was always brass.
And all the badasses were brass, like chrome coated brass.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Hipshot decided to confuse things, and like you can also get aircraft quality aluminum, and it's like, oh shit, man! I went through this whole process.
Titanium. They're making stuff out of titanium now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. So I haven't done much on my own, but good job on yours, man. I'm glad you got your fender working, Matt.
Yeah, it'll be a lot better when I can have some professional actually like dial it in. But right now, I'm super stoked.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. And Matt, who do you go to? You go to David?
Yeah, he's pretty much the guy. There is a guy in Manteca that works at one of the little mom and pop shops. I mean, not Manteca, but Merced, where I bought my telly a couple years ago. That does things for me once in a while. But yeah, Dave is the one who like kind of did the extra relic on my Frankenstein, and he's been setting up some other friend of mine's.
What's his last name? David Laveau. That's how you say it?
I believe it's Lavoie.
Yeah,
Lavoie.
He's a good guy.
I like that guy.
How do you guys all know this guy? Is he from the East Bay or?
Yeah, he's in Concord, and I think I don't know how we all kind of ended up meeting. I think it was just like
Through you. Through you.
I know.
I met him through you.
from me, but I honestly don't even know how
How did you
I
meet
may
him?
have- I met him somehow. It was like some kind of a public post. It had to have been related to the EVH thing at some point.
I meet people on. I mean, I'm always getting requests on Facebook, and so I met him on Facebook at some point, and then
Yeah.
he would see me. Like I'd go to the Van Halen show in Concord, and
Yeah.
someone would be like Johnny, and someone would be like waving at me, and it'd be him, but I didn't
Yeah.
even know what he looked like or
Dude,
anything. You know,
I want to hang out with Johnny at a Van Halen concert. That's all I want to say. I just want to
I've
hang
done
out with
that.
Johnny because people are going to be like the celebrity. It's like, dude, it's like hanging out with a celebrity at the band. Like, dude,
I've
Johnny.
gotten recognized by people at just walking around at Van Halen concerts. Yeah,
I remember when I went to the last dress rehearsal before they did the 2012 tour at the Forum. And I remember, and I was like, you know, it was one of these things where it was all friends and family, and there was all kind of celebrities and all this shit, and like everybody was like, you know, just like all kind of just, it was like social distancing. Like there was no like crowding the barricade before the show. Everybody just all kind of stood around with a beer, and there was plenty of room. You could just kind of, you know, and so, but me, of course, I was just like just on the, like, I'm staying right here when Eddie comes out. This is my spot. I'm going to film the shit all night. Anyway, I was posting stuff, and Johnny Beane at one point, I don't know, he's got some sort of a picture or something, like another aerial view from somebody else who was in the building. And he sends me this text, and he's like, I see you, Matt Caramella. And he like has this picture, and you could see like he drew a little red circle around where I was, like right in the front. And I'm looking at myself, this picture going, oh my God, Johnny's fucking, he's stalking me right now.
off Instagram. Yeah,
That was so fucking funny.
yeah.
What show?
And like Dave is texting me. So how was the concert? Was it amazing? I'm like, dude, it was amazing. He'd be like, well, fuck you. Like he was so fucking mad.
We and
What's
Ryan saw Van Halen at
Yeah, didn't you
Shoreline.
go to that, Matt? Weren't you there?
Oh, that was the Shoreline one. I did not go to that one.
Was that the same tour?
Yeah, no, that was the last time. Well, 2016, I think, was the last time when they played.
2015.
Or 2015.
They're at Concord and Shoreline in 2015, and then in
Yeah,
2012,
that's when I saw Johnny at Concord.
2012 they were in Oakland and San Jose, and I was at both
San
of those.
Jose, Sacramento.
Matt was at the
and
dress
Fresno.
rehearsal, though, is what he's talking about. He was
Yeah,
at the
that's
rehearsal.
heavy.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
what is that, a VIP before the show type deal? Like,
Yeah, Gary Avila called me the night before and said, hey, dude, I got tickets to the Friends and Family show. Do you want to go? And as I immediately got in the car and drove 6 hours to LA, like at 10 o'clock at night. Just like, okay.
they played a whole set?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole set. It was cool. It was a whole dress rehearsal. Cool in the Gang, full set. Van Halen, full set.
No.
Yeah, with all the everything, all the effects, and yeah, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I met Ron Jeremy that night. I met Wolfgang and Valerie right after the show. Taylor Hawkins was there. There was Lukather was there. Charlie Sheen. I just saw Dave Grohl. There was a million people in the crowd. It was like so fucking crazy. But the one guy, like when I saw Wolfgang, of course, like his handlers got all scared, like I was gonna jump him or something. Yeah, I just want to shake his hand, man. And of course, I was like standing like literally like 6 inches shoulder to shoulder from Valerie Bertinelli, and I couldn't say a word. I just like I felt so uncool. Like she looked so amazing, and like wow, like Wolfgang came out of you, you know, like holy shit, like I'm there, like all I'm missing is the dad, you know, and it was a fucking really just trippy moment. But as soon as I said my hello and goodbye real quick, I fucking saw Ron Jeremy, and I'm like, I'm gonna go up to that guy, and of course got to talk to him for a little bit and told him
I like it.
Work and all that.
I like how you had a nice family. You a moment with Valerie, and you thought, "Oh, this is amazing. This man just came out of her." And then next thing you know, you segue to go over and hang out with Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, hedgehog. Fuck yeah. And he was
Nice fun.
just as filthy as could be. He looked like he hadn't bathed in about 4 days. He was wearing like a pair of Walmart sweats that had like fucking cat hair and shit on the legs. You know, he was wearing some porno company, production company T-shirt that like I said, it looked like he just been laying around on the couch eating frickin' Doritos for a couple of days. He was all screwed over, and and then I was like, "Hey man, can we get a picture? I'd really love a picture." And he's like, "Yeah, hold on a second." Then he goes and he walks into this hallway into like the Forum Clubhouse, and I'm like, oh, "Okay, well, he's he blew me off." And like 2-3 minutes later, he comes back. He's like, "Hey, let's take that picture." I'm like, "Oh, right on, dude, cool." And then
He had to go do a bump.
I squatted in bleach for about 2 days after meeting him because I wasn't really sure, like what. Talk about coronavirus. Holy shit, man. That guy, he'd been around. But he was the nicest guy. I told him I was a big fan of his work. And I told him that my daughters, that was about the time when he did that LMFAO video or whatever, that party song that he did with those guys. They called LMFAO, I think they were, and he did that crazy video. And my kids just thought it was the funniest shit. They were really young at the time. I had no idea who Ron Jeremy was. So I'm like, my kids really loved that video. And he kind of gave me like this double take, like, "What kind of parent are you?" And I'm like, "No, the LMFAO video." Was like, "Oh, that's a good one, right?" Yeah. Even he was questioning my parenting skills at that point, thinking I was letting him watch his movies or something.
I met Ron Jeremy once. First time I went to LA with James Murphy from Testament. We went to the fucking wherever, what's that called? Rainbow? And Joey Budafuco was the doorman.
Oh shit.
And then I walked up, I'm like, "Ron Jeremy, what's up, you big ass pimp?" He's like, "I'm no pimp." He got all mad and got yelled at me and shit. God damn. I'm like, "Bro, pimp means like you're cool. It's like you're not, whatever." Oh shit, I just took out fucking Matt.
Oh, there it is.
There he is.
You're lucky he didn't. Lucky he didn't slap you with something.
No shit.
Something.
I was. Ryan, have you met Ron Jeremy back in your days?
Nope.
No Ron Jeremy.
No Ron Jeremy. No porn stars. Nothing. A Playboy. The woman who was married to Eric Carr, Carrie Stevens. Was in one of the Third Eye Blind videos, and as I met her, she was super nice. I mean, she's not a porn star, but
you met.
She's hot.
You hung out with. What's her name? Anna Nicole Smith, right? Wasn't she at your show?
Anna Nicole Smith was like a followed the band around for a good while. She's in the Jumper video, and she used to come to all the shows. She lived in the city. She had a boyfriend who was going out with a guy, and they had a place in the city for a while. Like that must have been 1998, and then and she was really sweet. She was a really nice person. Every time I saw her, she did seem a little out of it, like she might have been on some meds. She wasn't totally like stupid high. She was really sweet and seemed very nice and smart enough, but she seemed a little, toasty. And then she actually, when we played in Berkeley, she did a thing where she went topless. She opened up our show basically. She did she sort of she got behind a screen and they showed her silhouette, and she took off her thing, so it just looked like a silhouette of a woman with big boobs, and they blew it up, Anyway, yes, she was a friend of the band for a minute, and I saw her, and she was in and out of the world.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I remember seeing her when you guys played the Paradise Lounge. You weren't called Third Eye, but you guys were called Titty. If I remember that. It was called Third Eye. It was called Titty. So people that knew Third Eye Blind was Titty that day showed up to the show. And I remember it was Sean Penn was there, I think.
Yeah, Sean was there.
So it was, all those people were there. Pretty cool. It's a very nice time. Hey, one more. Okay, so I got one more special guest to bring in. Our little buddy. Are you ready? There he is, Emilio.
Hey, Emilio. Hey, man.
Good morning, Emilio.
What's up, man?
Oh, sorry for being late. No, I thought it was at 9 o'clock, so I definitely didn't wake up.
You thought it was 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I thought the show was at 9, so I was like, I didn't hear from anybody, and I fell back asleep.
Oh.
So then I.
How are you, Emilio?
And I thought it was at 10. So I was like, oh.
And we're still here.
Whatever, man.
See how you are all late. What are you showing off right now, Emilio?
Oh, this is my my Strat. I saw Matt had his new one on there. Look, that's a nice Strat.
Thank you.
But no, this is a 2004 50th anniversary Stratocaster. Oh, should I have it the other way? But yeah, it's a pretty cool guitar. I stayed up late restringing it, so I was tired this morning.
You know what's funny? I look at when I look at badass guitars like that, and I see videos of people rocking, and then they make videos of them playing the shit, and they leave the fucking tuner on the guitar, even though they're not even playing it for real.
Yeah.
That shit cracks me up. I laugh my ass off. That they're not even plugged in. They accidentally leave their tuner, so they're out there to rocking, fucking doing their thing with a tuner. I always thought that shit was weird. Have you ever noticed that? Well, it's just funny.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So say for
What kind of
instance, if
video?
you're like their music videos. Have you seen guys with their music? They accidentally leave their tuner on their guitars.
oh my
That
god.
shit's hella.
Yeah, that's a little silly.
Yeah.
I think Ben Woods did that. Ben Woods did one of his videos. Yeah, I was clowning him. Like, yeah, it looks good.
Doing that.
Yeah, but he's playing like Yeah, I just think it's. But anyways, I just rather stay out of tune and just look cooler and be out of tune. What's up with Johnny? Do you know about these tuners? It's like you put it. It's like a little. You put it on your guitar and it tunes it for you, and it's like an automatic tuner. It looks like a piece of like. It looks like some kind of fucking tool.
The ones that,
Have you seen that?
I know there was Gibson made those Les Pauls, like the robot
Yeah.
Les Pauls, where the back it was like all a tuner back here.
My acoustic has that.
That's what Matt has. That
You'd press a button and the entire thing would just go into different tunings. Yeah,
I've seen those.
I've seen those.
Matt has one of them. But no, they have a thing. It's like looks like a screw gun or something. You just stick it on each.
It looks like a little hand drill. You put it on each one, and then it tightens up the string, but it'll bring it right to the correct pitch too. It's crazy.
So let's see if we can jam together. What's going on?
I listened to the last one, and it wasn't. When I watched the video back, you and I were like, half second apart. We weren't locking.
Yeah, he's right. It was the bass was just a teeny bit behind, just a little bit.
Maybe we do like a super slow, long, like
an A. We'll just do like a.
I'm out of tune.
Hella loud, Chops. Let anyone play.
Is that better?
Where's Emilio? I can't hear Emilio at all. All right, change. All right, that was cool. I wonder what that shit sounded like. Ooh. All right, this was fun. This was fun. I love you guys. Thanks you for coming out. I think my headphone batteries are about to die. I just have to go
All right,
charge
man.
this shit.
Good seeing you guys. Good seeing you, Matt.
Good to see you too,
Yeah,
Ryan.
man.
Love you,
See all
buddy.
you guys.
Good to see you.
Thank
I'm
you for
10
tuning
o'clock
in.
now.
Yeah, 10
Peace and
o'clock.
love.
I'm trying to save
Thanks
poor
for
Johnny Beane.
thanks
Yeah.
for bringing me on the show, guys. I had really a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
man.
I'd like to come back. Thank you.
Yes.
Every Wednesday. So hey, you guys, next week think of what you guys want to chat about. Like if there's a song or some band or something, so we could do a little discussion on something. And
Like,
Johnny
I
Beane can play the jam.
I wonder if somebody else who starts this whole thing. Who's the first one that starts? Is it you, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much. Johnny and I.
I just wonder, like, if somebody else like is playing and everybody follows that other person, if the latency is less. Who knows? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We'll watch the video though.
Oh, I see.
Hell yeah.
all right,
I see.
cool, man.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Thanks for being here.
See you,
All right,
Ryan.
guys.
See you, Johnny.
See you,
Bye.
man.
And then
Hey, Ryan.
Vivian, I'm putting something
Thanks,
together
Johnny.
for you. I'm gonna send some Ripfoot some stuff. We're getting shirts, merch, all kinds of shit made. So we're getting all that together for you. All right, guys. Have a good night or a good day.
Goodbye. Wash your
Goodbye.
hands.
Wash your balls too. All right, later.